Hey, this is El Dizzle. My name's Lindsay. Um, I would like to talk about EDM and its current state. Um, I'm 31. When I was in my early 20s, I was very much into drum and bass, house music, breaks, mostly new school breaks, electro. Um, not very big on trance. Um, but I've noticed there's been a huge influx of EDM recently, and I've noticed that most of it's dubstep, with the exception of Knife Party, which a lot of people call Knife Party dubstep, but they have some dubstep tracks, but I primarily they're some form of house, from what I can tell. I mean, they're amazing. Like, I love Knife Party. Like Rob Swire, I've liked him ever since he was with Pendulum. Um, so yeah, there's that there's that drum and bass again. Um, but anyway, I've noticed that most of it is dubstep, or something similar. I don't have a problem with dubstep per se. Um, what I have noticed a problem with, and even in the genres that I enjoy, and as a DJ, I never produced. Okay, so don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to take away from what these people are doing. I know it's incredibly hard to produce. I've tried with like Acid Foundry and shit like that, little production programs. Um, I know it's not easy, but what I've noticed is that ever since the proliferation of the mainstream, um, the quality has gone down. And I don't know if that's because people just don't give a shit anymore, or if it's because of that same, you know. And this stands with anything you do, anything that lasts for a while. You repeat the same pattern over and over and over again, and it just becomes stale. I don't see any what's the word I'm looking for? Progression. I don't see any change. And maybe that's just me. It's kind of boring now, especially with a lot of the dubstep. I actually went to a live show recently. I went and saw who was it? Etc. Which is trap step, right? I went and saw etc. and Prototype, and it was a great show. Like, it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of energy. There were some cool visuals, but like a lot of the songs were just very, very similar. The silly, like, high pitched voice, and then the bass drops, and it's the same wow, wow, over and over again, and it just felt cheap. I felt dirty. I needed a shower afterwards. Um, so I guess my point is, what the fuck is going on? Like, I love the fact that it is getting so popular. I really do, but at the same time, I feel like it's a cheap, condensed version of what is actually out there. There's so much out there, and has been for so long, that, and people discredit it. People say that electronic music is not. There's no soul to it. There's no depth. And from someone who enjoys all genres of music. Like, I love everything from, say, Miles Davis to, I don't know, Opeth. Like, I love, like, doom metal. I love jazz. I love punk rock and thrash, and like I love music. So from someone who considers themselves to be pretty versed in music, I would say that electronic music definitely is a respectable art form. And there are some producers out there who are doing a damn good job of, bringing that art front to the forefront, and conveying emotion, and doing something that's not static, something that changes, and something that has meaning. But a lot of people are ignoring those artists, and I kind of wonder too if that's symptomatic of, the fact that it is mainstream now, and in the mainstream, it's so easy to just take something, and it's good enough. Like, it just has to follow this formula, and you wrap it up in a nice package, and you fucking ship it out and send it out to everybody, and everybody eats it up. I mean, if you look at, like, mainstream rappers, I mean, It's all the same shit, rhyming words that don't necessarily rhyme, talking about money and all sort of crap. That's another thing. I love hip hop too. But you look at that, and it's like, it's no wonder that the EDM is following the same pattern. I wonder if I'm alone on this. You can feel free to say, oh, you're old and you just don't get it all you want to, and that's fine. And I'm not going to argue with you. I am a little bit older, but at the same time, I'm from the original school of EDM. Like, I do get it. Like, I've played records. I've been friends with producers. I've thrown parties. I've known people who have thrown parties. I fucking get it. So you can play the old card all you want. Like, it's kind of like saying that Ice-T is irrelevant because he's old. Well, Ice-T, when he got into that beef with Soldier Boy, that was funny because, I mean, one, Ice-T probably shouldn't have said that to him, but at the same time, Ice-T is an originator and he knows his shit, and you should always have respect for Ice-T and others who came before him. Not saying that I deserve the respect of Ice-T, just saying that I may know what I'm talking about. So anyways, it's just kind of like, I kind of feel like EDM has taken a shit direction, to kind of summarize what I'm saying. So I kind of wonder what other people think. Cheers. Get back at me.